Howdy. So today we are going to talk about this speed paint of a woman. Shocking, I know. From twink to woman. So, as we see here, I started off with another 3D model because I could not figure out for the life of me what type of pose I wanted to do. And that gave me an opportunity to just test certain things out. And I immediately figured out that the laying down pose was not going to be able to convey the exact emotions and the power I wanted her to have. So she got this pose, which is a little bit more curvy. I really want to exaggerate her form and sort of like the S shape that goes on. I'm now sketching over the model and adding in a little bit of details in the clothing, and I'm using Liquify to move around certain parts to exaggerate the hips. Whenever I draw, I sketch a lot. I do multiple sketches until I actually do the inking. And once again, I have issues with drawing the head. I'm going to redraw it multiple times. As you can see, at some point I'm just going to make a new layer and just draw the head on that. I guess I should talk about who this actually is in relationship to the world of Aradonia. This is a hairdresser named Buto. So Buto is somewhat of a mysterious figure within her town. She is well known for her extravagant haircuts and her fashion sense. She is one of the few Aradonians to have great access to the royal family, and she dresses quite different from most of the Aradonians. They're mostly in more revealing clothing. Yeah, you can see me trying to draw the head. Aha! Look at that. Eventually I'll figure it out, and then I'll just copy this head onto the body and call it a day. And I guess back to Buto. Buto she's somewhat, like I said, of a mysterious figure within the community. While she is a hairdresser, she also seems to know a lot about the history of Aradonia. And she seems to know a lot of different people and has closer ties to the the royal family. She is basically their advisor and is often seen alongside them. In a relationship to Inalis has known Buto basically since he was whenever he went to Mallard at Little Birds, and he's always distrusted her and does not like her, and he finds her extremely creepy. Anytime that Buto tries to give him a job, he normally declines. But she does pay well, so he sometimes takes her up on her offers, and she normally just has him go do some random dirty work. He is normally tasked with taking out some key competitors and also helping her deliver and retrieve supplies for the business and also some of the other businesses around her, such as Little Birds. The owner of Little Birds and Butos have a very close connection, and they can be seen talking to each other somewhat often. I guess we can get back to the art part at least. I started coloring a little bit ago, and trying to figure out her palette was something I did off screen this time instead of doing it while I was drawing. I will maybe hopefully put up the other palette ideas I had for her on the little black side. I have no idea what to put there, actually. I should probably make a template or something to go over that so it's not just the void on the side, but alas, that's what I do. And now I'm going to move on to shading. Again, I'm using multiply, and I basically used a large airbrush to cover the whole damn figure, and started to use darker shades of purple to emphasize the shadows. And I'm going to smooth out some of them. Yeah. Recording audio, like I said previously. I suck at this. I really do. I'm sure you can tell by how nervous I sound, according to my boyfriend. I am very nervous, unsurprisingly. So, go ahead, make fun of that. Criticism is fun. Anywho, this is basically the final stages of my art, which is just doing the shading. And then turning it off to see the color, or the base color, I guess. And then I haven't started the background yet, but I do remember that was a pain in my ass because I don't know how to do backgrounds either. I mostly do the form, and backgrounds are a little bit of a tricky thing for me. I can do somewhat landscapes, those are fine, but combining the two, not so much. Anyways, I'm doing the highlights now. Just kind of putting light wherever I think would be fit on the figure. I chose purple because purple's really pretty. No, I'm kidding. Oh, would you look at that? Lightning. Pink. I don't know if this was obvious, but it's very difficult for me not to spoil things for myself. Here I'm trying to do a landscape of what I believe, or not what I believe, what Aradonia does look like, and the sky, I took inspiration from Super Paper Mario with the skies for these worlds. It's not a specific sky. I think it reminds me of Starry Night in terms of the swirls. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my ramblings. I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.